All right, here we go. This is game number 2 for today's Custom King of the Hill. Currently, Apple738 and Lord of Lords are the champion. TheKrakken and MonsterScuff requeued into an empty queue, and we will get going. Today we are in Labyrinth once again.
If you are in the Twitch chat and you would like to be the next challenger, all you have to do is type !join, and that will add you to the queue.
Speaking of join, today I am joined by my good buddy Frisky Cow. And, no. And, yes, if you are watching on YouTube, that's who that is. And the minimap is still screwed up. Alright. So those of you not familiar with Labyrinth, we have these cliffs that you cannot pass. They are very obvious as to which ones you cannot pass. You can really see that they block a lot of stuff. So, it creates kind of an interesting dynamic. The way that I like to explain it is it artificially creates distance between 2 points. Because there's in AirMech, basically everything is straight line. Not here. Not here.
The whole you can fly thing tends to negate most obstacles. Not today. In fact, if you fly into these cliffs, it will frequently hurt you.
It is a relatively negligible amount that you will take damage. But it's still damage, and I guess if you're trying to run away and you have a sliver of health and you're running away from a guy chasing you and you smack into a wall, well, you're gonna die.
You say that so excitedly.
It's fun to see people die and explode.
Red immediately going for their forward close as well as the left hand. Blue team kind of reciprocating with the exact mirror. We should be settling into a normal mid-fight here pretty soon with the cliffs being used as the primary vantage point. Blue
team very significantly ahead, though. Have already started on their side of the neutrals on mid. Red team still just now taking their post. Oh, but MonsterScuff with that Neo. Great Neo play here. And going all
also
the way
sneaky.
The hell around. Oh my goodness.
Even MonsterScuff doesn't know where MonsterScuff's going with that.
But that's okay.
I think the cliff's got in his way a little bit. He had to do a little bit of pathfinding, so to speak.
But that was a very straightforward cheese. Absolutely no defense over there and absolutely no attention paid. Apple still working on mid, and right now Lord of Lords is doing just some harass against Kraken zippers rushing into the mid. Why?
Blue does not even seem to recognize that their fort is being directly threatened by this.
I mean, it's zippers, so it's kind of whatever, but it's more of an annoyance.
Position. I would expect MonsterScuff to pick up 4 more SAMs and start moving to the left-hand post, and Red's potentially just going to ignore this middle outpost.
Kraken got finished off there. What is MonsterScuff doing? You know, cloaking within the walls for some strange reason. But blue team going mid super hard, have already taken it, already advancing on Red's next post. The Kraken and MonsterScuff actually really need to worry about this because it's just a short hop, skip, and a jump away to their fort after that.
MonsterScuff trying to backcap, Kraken playing the defense, but I think Kraken really needs MonsterScuff's help here.
If MonsterScuff can cut off this outpost, it really won't be that big of a deal because they still have mid. Oh, and actually MonsterScuff has lost this right side to a couple Dillos and Gaddies, apparently. So, yeesh. Yeesh.
Kraken has fallen all the way back to the fort, just going ahead and giving Apple control of that forward outpost. MonsterScuff also losing control of the right-hand outpost, getting shot down by Lord of Lords. Blue now has firm control over this game. Apple dropping and capturing, and neutralizing the post on the left-hand corner as well. Red has nothing left. Where is their upkeep?
In build queue, I would think. Yeah, man, blue team just committed super hard to mid. Basically dedicated every single unit except for those, you know, the Dillo and Gaddies to neutralize that right side to just go straight down the middle of the freaking map and steamroll right through. And it worked.
I have to ask, can you explain the Beppo mosh pit on the right-hand side?
Can I explain? I can attempt to explain, although I will be mostly making things up. And the gist of the explanation is Beppo, 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 Beppo,
I
Beppo.
wonder if that procs neutral fire. Either way, Red's fort finally under attack by light infantry. You would think that Blue would push a little bit more in there, but I know that can be kind of scary. Most of their tanks look to be abandoned on the left-hand side. Kraken trying to neutralize that post, but it's probably not going to work out.
MonsterScuff tried to neutralize as well, but only took 3 SAMs, so even if the neutralization takes place, it's not really going to result in anything relevant. Kraken... yeah, this game's over. This game is quite over. There is a buttload of tanks right here at the Red Fort, and yeah, GG.
Absolutely.
I
It was
really
interesting to see Red Team not go for the middle outpost at all. Like, they were really split up. They just kind of went to the corners, and Blue just kind of went in the exact straight line that normally people go, and it worked out.
Well, I was a little surprised to see that the red team didn't commit a little bit more to that right side cheese, because you know, that was their one advantage in the game. And MonsterScuff went straight for the cheese right off the bat, and it worked. It worked.
They had a direct path to the fort. All Red needed to do was start taking in a couple of tanks, but they didn't.
Yeah, it's like they dropped a few pieces of defense, and then I guess they didn't really know what they were going to do after that. And
I think Red's falling apart was due to a lack of coordination.
And I guess a lack of awareness of approach. I mean, the blue team went straight down the middle. They both knew exactly what they were going to do, not necessarily because they talked about it, but because it was obvious. So, yeah, maybe next time do the obvious. All right, guys, let's see who else is in queue. Let's get going to the next one.